It's not working. Hello students, a very warm welcome to current and electricity lecture. Good evening, organic Hodeska, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. And today we are going to get started with something super interesting, something super easy, something very important. Why am I stating very important? Okay, current and electricity as such has a lot of weightage in your exams. One of the most the topic with the most number of questions. Okay, it's going to be current and electricity. Generally, it's current and electricity. Beat any paper, JEE Mains or JEE Advanced, and beat any year. Generally, it's current and electricity or magnetism. Okay, but now here comes the thing. Okay, there is a specific topic in this current and electricity from which you will definitely get questions in your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. Often these kind of questions are asked. Now what happens is students typically get into the calculation and then there you are lost. What do I mean by you are lost? You know the concept, you know everything, but you don't know the process to quickly solve that question. What I mean by that is there is no shortcut for some of such questions. Okay, I'll come to that sign convention part where you can understand the shortcut and crack the problem from the options. But let's say like it's always the same sign. Like it's always from positive to negative terminal. You understand it soon. How do you do such question? How do you approach such question so that you're not wasting time in your exam? That is that specific topic of current and electricity we are going to discuss. That specific model problem that we are going to discuss in this session. We are going to discuss many other things as well as that thing. And of course, as you know, 2020 JEE Mains problem was an amazing paper. Like 2020 JEE Mains current and electricity problems are amazing. It was quite easy. So yes, students, do not forget to like and share this video with your friends on social media because 2021 JEE Mains is approaching and this session is definitely going to be helpful to JEE aspirants. And anyway, it's free of cost, so do share it. Even someone in need will get access to this amazing lectures, and everyone requires this kind of session right now. So definitely do share this session. And a very warm welcome to JEE English by Unacademy, India's leading and largest JEE test preparation platform. And students, that being said, I'm Muralidharan Gopalakrishnan and I completed my MS in electrical engineering from one of the top ranking American university. Yes, you are going to get into this topic with an electrical engineer, so don't worry about it. And I'm also an IIT who completed BTech from IIT Guwahati. And I have 4+ years of experience preparing students for IIT JEE and other competitive exams. And guys, I have 25 patent applications that I have filed in India, US and Canada. And these are also related to electrical engineering. So stay focused. You're going to learn something amazing, easy. This is definitely one of the easiest topics. Trust me, electrical engineering, not the electrical engineering, but current electricity is definitely one of the easiest topics. Even electrical engineering is easy, depends upon like which kind of course you're taking up. And a very practical topic, right? So that being said, hi, happy Christmas everyone. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, and a very warm welcome and a good evening, students. Yes. And yes, if you are looking for a complete package for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation, it's going to be Unacademy subscription. Why? We have the best educators across the nation delivering daily live interactive classes on a very interesting and attractive platform with polls and leaderboards. That way your learning becomes super interesting. And not only that, students, every Unacademy subscription program is a structured program and it comes with live doubt clearing classes. Of course, you will get access to live doubt clearing sessions. In fact, you don't have to worry about the planning. The planning is taken care by Unacademy subscription programs. Every 4th session is going to be doubt clearing session, and there are going to be quizzes and mega quizzes attached to Unacademy subscription program. And not only that, there are going to be test analysis and test series set by the best educators. Along with that, you'll be getting analysis. So these tests are set by really good educators. And like some of the best educators across the nation, authors of the books, etc. So think about it. That is the kind of the quality that you'll be getting on an Unacademy subscription. This is the kind of things that you'll be getting on an Unacademy subscription. Many more things. And how do you avail an Unacademy subscription? If you don't have an Unacademy learning app, do download it from Google Play Store or App Store. If not, from the website, log in, or also on your app you have to log in and then click on the left hand top corner extension bar, choose plus, choose IIT JEE as your goal. and then hit on this get subscription button. And students, post this, you will understand it's not just one subscription, but you have access to multiple programs. Plan your preparation accordingly, because I'm expecting you are like 2021 aspirants. So plan your program accordingly. Time is the most precious thing right now. Definitely time is the most precious thing to anyone, especially 2021 aspirants. Time is the most precious thing, and on an academy subscription, definitely you'll get access to multiple programs. So plan accordingly, and we have no batch restrictions. You can attend the programs from whichever educator you like. And that being said, yes, we have multiple programs going on right now, especially for students who have like 6 months, etc. And we are right now recommending you take a 6-month subscription, because you have 6 months for your prep. Your exams are around, but there are going to be 4 chances. And now students 2021 aspirants, I believe you can go for it, plus subscription of 6 months, which is going to cost you near 25,000, near about 25,000. If you are not seeing this price, don't worry, make sure you apply Murli Live code. And students who are getting into 12th class or who are planning to drop, you may want to go for a 12-month program, which is going to cost you 34,650, that is less than 2,900 per month. And students who are in 9th to 11th class or who are getting into 11th class, you may want to go for a 24-month program, which is going to cost you 50,400, that's less than 70 rupees a day. And this is about plus subscription. We have something also known as iconic subscription. This is an awesome thing, and what you get on this, you will get access to IITs and NITs guidance, expert guidelines, strategy sessions, and personal guidance, and also one-on-one mentoring session. Everything on iconic subscription from IITs and NITs who have previously gone through this journey and who have successfully cracked this exam. So they will be able to guide you through this entire journey and help you achieve your success. That is about iconic subscription, students. Yes. And what is the pricing for a 6-month program? It's going to cost you 34,200. For a 12-month program, it's going to cost you 58,500. And for a 24-month program, of course, it's going to cost you less than 50,000. That's 45,000 per year. Okay, this is per year. It's going to be 45,000. And make sure, if you're not seeing these prices, or even if you're making use of, if you're seeing any other prices, make sure you apply Murli Live code. You apply Murli Live code during your Unacademy subscription purchases, be it 6 months, 12 months, or 24 months plus, or iconic, or any of the subscription programs. Make use of Murli Live code so that you can get the max discount, like maximum best discount on your subscription purchases. You can also enroll in many programs like Unacademy Combat and avail those discounts, avail some advantages by using Murli Live code. You can unlock many features. Make sure you use Murli Live code whenever and wherever possible. And definitely, if you don't see these prices, make use of Murli Live code so that you can get the best maximum discount on your subscription purchase. And that being said, I told you the thing, students. Yes, you need to remember, you need to seek truly things from your heart, and it will happen. It will definitely happen. No one can stop you from achieving your success, and you will be ultimately be able to achieve that success. But what do I mean by believe in yourself, trust in yourself, etc. But be mindful of one thing. You need to believe in yourself. It's not going to be all lame guesses in your exam that is going to help you, but conceptual guesses which we are going to discuss. At the same time, make use of your time very wisely, be it in your exam or these coming months, etc. Even if you're on an Unacademy subscription program, you should know which kind of programs to attend, which kind of things you should be doing, whether you should be focusing on test series, etc. Your planning is going to matter the most. So spend your time, not too much. If at all this new year you're not planning to do anything, not planning to attend classes, etc., plan things. How are you going to do this? Plan is the most important thing. Spend some time, not a problem, but spend your time very wisely. And you need to, make use of this plan to execute things, and ultimately you will be able to do it. And of course, your attitude matters, that you can do it and you will do it. All right, let's get into this session. And as I told you, today it's going to be a very critical session. What I mean by very crucial, very critical, etc., etc. Typically, this kind of questions is something that you'd see. Basically, making use of Kirchhoff law. Before we saw this question yesterday, we saw the shortcut, and I think there is nothing better than that shortcut. So anyway, there will be another such question we'll be dealing with. We'll understand it in details. Whenever you come across such question, the first thing that you need to do is KCL. Then comes KVL. And KVL, how? KVL for individual loops. Okay, individual loops. I'll give you two hints around this KVL. If students you don't know what is KVL and KCL, I'll explain them. Okay, they are like basic things: junction law and your loop law. So yeah, now when it comes to KVL, right, you want to look for two things. One is there would be like typical questions. I'll show you another typical questions that was asked in JEE Mains 2020. Same kind of question was even asked in like JEE Mains 2017, 2018, like even JEE Advanced, many places. Very important. Okay, so but you don't want to get stuck in KVL. The issue with this kind of questions is students or many even like even faculty can get stuck in them. Now the issue is how do you come out of it? How do you work around it? See, you will first of all jump back to the basic like math. To solve any three like unknowns, okay, three, I'm going for three. Generally it's three in your exam. You will have three unknowns, but let's go this way. To solve an equation with n number of unknowns, you need to have n equations with those unknowns, some relation, and these equations should not be repeating. And you should, let's say I want to just find out n1, then you should be typically going for like n1 based n1. You must be trying to simplify rest of the terms so that eliminate rest of the terms so that you are able to get n1. Your focus should be on that. But let me tell you, start with KCL, start with junction law, then write the equations for KVL and choose your equations accordingly. In these kind of questions, right, the KVL equation is simple. So hunt for the easiest one that is possible in such things. Hunt for easy, else move by this process. So that is possible in this question. Why? Because some current values are given to you. But if at all current values, see, current values are given to you 1 ampere, 2 ampere. Now the question is very easy, damn easy. Okay, even the EMF values are given to you. It's really easy. If at all the current values are not given to you, move by the process. That is going to be the fastest way of solving it. The fastest way is moving by the process. Okay, if these things exist, of course this is the easiest. And let's get into this question. Even in this we are going to get started with KVL. You're welcome, Organic. Thank you so much. And yes, focus students. Okay, I will move only according to this thing: KCL, KVL, hunt for easy if current values are given. If current values are not given, you need to move according to a process. We will have another such question and we'll discuss the process over. So what did I say? First is going to be your KCL. Any day, almost. Sometimes you need to make the call, but here it is KCL. Okay, let me also give it a heading so that show you how interesting is this topic and how easy it is. Basically bunch of algebra. Okay, what does KCL say? What does junction law say? At any given junction, the amount of current entering and leaving should be the same. If 2 amperes is leaving, 1 ampere is entering, 1 ampere should be also entering. Really, that's simple. That's it. Now, in this question, which might be the easiest way of approaching the, what are you supposed to find out, in this question? Potential difference between node B and node D. Okay, you can either approach this way or you can either approach this way. Okay, but before that you need to understand one thing. Some resistor values are not given. Let's call this as R1, R2 and R3. You don't know the value of resistances. You're only given 2 ohm resistance. So choose one loop. So in this case, the hunt for the EC would be choose one loop so that you are able to get either the value of R2. I'll get to that point. Like for students, it's like a revision session as well. What does KVL say? KVL is conservation of energy. KCL is conservation of charges. Remember that thing. It can be a simple 4-mark question in your JEE Mains. KCL, junction law, same thing. What does it say? Conservation of charges. The amount of charges that has entered should also exit. That's why we have 2 ampere and 1 ampere and 1 ampere this way. And what is KVL? Conservation of energy. Okay. Now let's get into this thing. Okay, do remember those things that I'm speaking about because it's specifically for your exam. Anyway, you can move this way or this way, but anyway, we need to first of all get started with individual loops. Okay, we applied KCL already and KCL already, junction law already, and got the values. Okay, we need to move with individual loops. I'll get into that part. Okay, so which is the first loop I'm going to choose? In this case, see, in this case, according to me, you can go with this loop, or let's call this as loop 1, or this loop. Okay, but you know what, I think this loop is also easy. This is 1 ampere, this is also going to be 1 ampere. Okay, why would I tell you that this is easy? Something because I'm only I need to move in this direction. There's no reason. Okay, let's first of all get started with loop 2. So loop 2, right, that's what we are dealing with. Conservation of energy. Even students, you don't know the concept, just focus, you'll understand it. Okay, we are going to do 2 such problems. What does KVL say? KVL says, you move, like through the entire loop, the net potential should be 0. Okay, so that is going to be 2 volts, and if you move in the direction of current, then the voltage is dropped. Right, voltage is dropping, right? If you move from negative to positive terminal, you are gaining voltage in a battery. If you move in the direction of current, the voltage is dropped. And let's keep this as R3. Okay, because I'm only dealing with one resistor, that's why I felt this was easy. Okay, so this is what 2 into 1 dropping. You are moving in the direction of current. I'm repeating it again. You're moving in the direction of current. 2 ohm into 1 ampere. And then you have something, the current 2 ampere is flowing in this direction, right? Let me just do a thing. We'll make use of a different. This 2 ampere is moving in this direction, and what is that unknown? R3. So we are moving in the direction of current, and resistor is not going to be negative, so this is equal to 0. But have you noticed something interesting? This is 0. The value of R3 should be 0, basically short. Current is not 0, value of resistance is 0. That is when this is possible. Okay, if you know this thing, okay, I'll come to the shortcut. Post this, the shortcut will be very easy. Okay, shortcut is very easy. Don't trust me, it's going to be super easy. So what do I say? From B to A, that's what we are supposed to find out. Let me just verify that. Yeah, B to A. Okay, B to A, no resistance, no potential drop. R3 is 0, so no potential drop. That's it. Now, okay, what have we done? First KCL and then KVL. We haven't done anything. In this case, I'm just looking, already current is given to me. I was looking for the easiest one. So if I move from ear to ear, B to D, what kind of potential am I seeing? This 1 volt battery, but I'm moving from positive terminal to negative terminal. So what it should yield? Minus 1 volt. That's it. Minus 1 volt. But there is a way of thinking about this question actually, that's why I started with this specific thing, just to train your aptitude. You need to get to that point where you're training your aptitude. Let's say I don't know this thing. Okay, I don't know any of these things, etc. And now we are getting started with this question. Then there are 2 ways of thinking about it. One is this way, going from +2 to this, and the other is this way. Okay, we are moving in opposite directions. We are only moving in the same direction. Okay, in this case, what is happening? There is some 2 volt and current is moving in this direction, some voltage is dropping. Okay, I'll get to this point. This is one of the ways. Just for this question, we are discussing the technique. It's definitely, I'll say it's not a universal thing. Like in rest of the questions, I say that can be a universal thing. In this question, it's not a universal thing, but still, let's discuss it so that it will be useful in your exam sometime. Okay, so let's focus on that. So what am I saying is, from B to A, if I move in this direction, okay, some potential is dropping across both of these resistors. Just focus, you'll understand. Let's call this to be some V dash. Okay, so what should be VB minus VA according to this? some 2 minus some V dash. Okay, this is just, I'll tell you what are we doing actually. We're trying to guess the answers from nothing. Okay, and this is basically V dash is going to be some 1 ampere into some value of resistances. Okay, but this is even faster than that would be like hunting down for the easiest one, right? Look for the easiest one that could be faster than this. And in this case, VB minus VA, what are you getting? Something like 1 volt minus of some, this, let's say this is V double dash. Okay. See, haven't I told you something, like this should be like if this VB and VA, you equate this thing, you get the value of what should be the potential dropping off. We carefully have a look at this thing. You can judge the value of the VB minus VA. See, V dash is not going to exceed certain value depending upon how much EMF is being generated. EMF, if you move in this all of this loop, how much EMF is being generated? 3 volts. Okay, this is just a technique for this specific questions, this kind of questions. Okay, try to understand this so that you are able to solve it quickly. Okay, 3 volts max to max. So V dash can max out till 3 volts. It can be also 2 volts. It can be also 1 volt. Okay. Now let me make use of some other color. So 3 options are there from, okay, the answer should be an integer, +1, -2, +2, -1. Okay. So V dash range is going to be how much? Something between 3 to 0. That's it, not more than that. It can only drop. It's dropping anyway. To try and understand that, it's going to drop it. V double dash also similarly can be only between 3 and 0. So let's do a thing. Let's think about V dash as some 0 value. We're starting with the least value in this case. Okay, saying that there are no resistors in that case. Okay, 0 value. If you take it to be 0 value, how much are you getting? +2. Then in this case, this is violated, because this would say if this is +2, then that means in this V dash you are moving in opposite direction. Right? So it should be something negative. And what is that negative in this 2 given options? It's either -2 or -1. Which one should be the correct one? From both of this equation, if you have a careful look at it, which is going to work? Can it be 2? Which 2? This is going to be 1. How much is it's going to be? So again, I'm applying loop law though, but you need to understand that point. This is going to be 2, then this is going to give you 0, this is going to give you like something like 0 as well. Okay, but 2 amperes is flowing, and hence it cannot be, okay, it's not 0, right? It's not 0. 0 is not among the given options, and you're never getting -2, so it should be -1. Okay, this is not the best way of doing it. Okay, if you understood it, good. Even I'm applying multiple things while calculating this question. This way, it's not the best way of doing the question. Best way would be to hunt down the things, and there are like there's a process to move about it. In this case, this is the process. Okay, apply KCL, and then what you're going to do is after KCL, you may want to go for your KVL. Find the KVL that is going to give you quick solution. It's always KVL that is going to give you the quick solution. That loop that is going to give you the quick solution. Okay, we will solve many such problems in the upcoming sessions. You'll understand. Okay, alright, let's get into some problem. This is a very simple problem. A galvanometer is used in laboratory for detecting the null point in electrical experiments. If on passing a current of 6 milliamperes, it produces a deflection of how much? Some 2 degrees. Focus on the question. It's a very simple question. Then its figure of merits is close to how much? So what are they asking you? They are asking you if at all you have 2 degrees corresponding to 6 milliamperes, how much does 1 degree correspond? That's it. That's it. Simple question, guys. It's a simple question. What is the number of amperes per division? Notice the units. Okay, whenever you are landing in a confusion during your exam, notice the units. It's a one-line question, right? One of the best questions this could be. Like, really easy question. Amperes per division, amperes per division, amperes per division. Something you have to take an ampere and you have to divide by that degrees. Right? Easy? Okay, let's get into the problem. Simple problem, it's a two-step problem, that's it. Not even two-step, one-step problem. So, it's like 2 degrees corresponds to 6 milliampere, then 1 degree corresponds to 3 milliampere. So, what is the value of 1 division? 1 division corresponds to how much? 3 milliampere. So, what is 1 unit in this case? Ampere per division, how much? 1 unit is going to be how much? 3 milliampere per division. That's it. That's it. That's all you need to know. That is all about this question. So answer is going to be C. Why? It's all given in amperes. 3 milliamperes is going to be 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. There we go. Okay. Very interesting, very important, very conceptual question of JEE Mains 2020. So it says to a circuit to verify Ohm's law uses ammeter and voltmeter in series or parallel connected correctly to the resistor. In a circuit, ammeter, so that what you are basically doing is you have an ammeter and you have voltmeter in series. Okay, nothing is being said. You are supposed to use ammeter and voltmeter to measure a resistance. Okay, how will you connect it? Always, you know this thing. Remember this thing. If you don't know this thing yet, so this is the time to memorize it. To find the resistance, you need two things. One, current and potential drop. From Ohm's law, you can do that. You need current and potential drop. Right? V by I is equal to, let me write it down this way. Yeah, but actual Ohm's law is like J sigma something. Right? V is equal to IR. This is what we are going to do. Now the thing is, what is the potential drop? Okay, to be this to be positive, etc., whatever, however you like. No, and let's say current is positive, negative, the potential. Okay, what you are going to do is to measure the potential. What would you do? You'll connect voltmeter always in parallel. Just a quick recap for students who know it very well. And ammeter is always going to be in series. End of the story. Ammeter is always connected in series and voltmeter is always connected in parallel. That's it. Measure that resistance. You got the value of V. You got the value of A. I. Whatever. Get into the next question then. Focus. What kind of question is this? This is asking, very important. Have a look at the question. Recall something that we discussed in the beginning. That's it. That's all you need to know, students. That's all you need to know. The same kind of question. But here, current value is not given to you. I told you current value is not given to you. Identify those two unique loops or whatever. However, what you need to do, you need to only try and keep. It's like solving, X, Y, Z equation where you're trying to find the value of X and trying to eliminate Y and Z. That's all you have to remember. That's the quickest approach in this case is going to be following the process. And this is typically, if you notice this thing, this kind of questions have been asked several times. I'll come to one of the concepts around this thing based on, this thing. Have a look at this question up until then and try to guess the answer. At least try to guess which is not the correct answer. That should be good enough. Okay. Try to quickly think, can we guess the answer for solving the probably I don't think there is a way. There is no way, guys. You need to solve the question. But there is a thing in exam, this can happen. Okay. See, first of all, which is not the answer, A is not the answer. Why? Why A is not the answer? See, the current is driven by larger potential. Generally, what happens is, in some exception cases, it is possible, like resistors arranged in such a way, current from 20 volts would be flowing in this direction. That's going to be the max current. So that means here, when it comes to this current, this unknown current, it should be flowing from positive to negative term. And similarly, also on 10 ohms, it should be flowing from positive. Okay, this battery is somehow trying to maintain a potential difference of 20 volts between its terminals. That means it's trying to deliver current, the most current. That means the current would be entering, even though there would be some current. If you think about it from the superposition principle, there would be some current that would have been generated by 10 volts, right? But in this case, what is happening? Like I2 is more prevalent, like the higher voltage. Now let's get into the concept, process, standard steps. Trust me, there is no better way other than standard steps. I will see and work out around any other novel methods if that's possible, because this is most asked every year. This kind of question you have to apply KCL and then KVL. JEE Mains, JEE Advanced, most of the years you'll come across this question. Okay, just a moment, I'm just thinking if there is an easier method. Possible. It's possible though, isn't it? Possible, it's possible. I'll check out that method. I'll come back. You are able to solve using shortcut. I think we can apply some principles and quickly solve this question. There are some ways to do that. Of course, I am not denying it. You can try out that method as well. I'll come to that method later, okay? But we'll go through the standards. First and foremost, assume 3 currents. Okay, so what are we going to deal with? KCL or junction law. First, every time, all the time, anytime, it should be junction law. Okay, it should be what? Current I. Okay, you know the direction. I'm not going to take this direction. Why? We know 20 volt should be giving out the max current. And generally what I would do, like to avoid confusion in the exam, okay, I'll take the unknown to be I, because ultimately I want I. Okay, this is also not to get confused in the exam. And this should be like I1 and this is to be I2. You can take any value, like A, B, C, D, etc. But I'm taking I because this is very convenient. So from junction law, can we say, okay, and do remember students, if your assumption is wrong, don't worry about it. If you have taken current in this direction and you don't want to think about anything, just don't take all the 3 currents entering the node or all the 3 currents exiting the node. Just don't make that mistake. If you make that mistake, there are chances it can go wrong. In that case, I don't think it should go. Okay. But I don't think even in that case it would go wrong. Let's say you're taken I in this direction, still keep moving, start solving the equations. Ultimately, finally, you'll get negative answer. If you get negative answer, it's going to be in the opposite direction. Okay, if you have taken the right convention, you'll get the positive answer. If you get negative answer, what does it mean? You need to take negative of the assumption, right? Negative, if result is negative, that means reverse the direction. Okay, we have taken the correct direction, so there's no problem. Okay, I've told you how you work around such problems, how you find out the direction. Reverse the direction. If your final result is negative, remember this thing. Very important. Alright, now, first of all, I told you apply KCL, because you need to assume some current even to solve KVL. You'll assume that the moment you assume you solve that, you assume the thing, what is the big deal? Write down the KCL. I2 is equal to I1 plus I. That's it. Simple. Okay, I'm taking I because it's unknown. You can take it to be X. Whichever you like, whichever you're convenient with. Okay. In your exam or during your calculation, you must be more convenient while doing the unknown based questions. You can take it X, Y. Okay, now let's get into this thing. We know a few things. This is like because we don't want to reverse out it anymore. Initial assumption. Okay, initial assumption you should not reverse it out. Once you assumed it, it's done. That's it. The current initial assumption you should follow it. Next, I'm going to take two loops. Okay, now observe the thing what I'm trying to do. Okay, how am I choosing those two loops? Okay, there are no three loops. There are three loops. Total number of loops are 3. One this big one, two small ones. Okay, let me indicate it quickly to you. There are 3 loops in this question, but only 2 unique equations would be yielded by the 3. One loop, 2 loop, 3 loop. There are 3 loops. I'm not denying the fact. But these 3 loops are actually only a result of 2 loops. Which are those 2 loops? The small individual loops. Okay. Now let's do a thing. What am I supposed to find out? I1. Sorry, I'm really sorry. I. So first of all, you have to always think about, like equations where I is present. Okay, one loop is going to be this. I'm going to take it for this loop. Because I is present, that's it. Even in this case, you want to remember this thing, the I, if you assumed it to be in this direction, I will be flowing like this. And you are moving in the opposite direction to the current. In this case, you are moving in the direction of the current. This you are moving in the direction of the current, right? Here you are moving in the opposite direction to the current. That's it. Let me write down. This is the standard steps, students. Standard steps. It will look, as if. Don't get lost in the exams. That's why we are discussing the standard steps. This is the shortest way. Okay, I believe there is a short way. I'll check it out first. So we are moving from which negative to positive terminal. So plus 10 volts. Then you are moving in the direction of current. How much is that resistor? 10 ohms. 10 ohms I1. So it's going to be minus 10 I1. And then here what you are doing? You are moving in the opposite direction to that of current. Right? You are moving in this direction, whereas current is flowing in this direction, as you can. So what this should be? This should be plus. Okay? This should be plus 4I. You have equation number 1. Okay? Now, which is the second loop I'm going to choose, Something that should make our calculation easy. If at all there is a loop where I can see again I, that is easier for me. Yes, that's it. If I see I again, that's easier for me. There would be only one unknown I need to deal with. That unknown I'll convert it in terms of other unknown and solve the question. That's it. Easier. So I'm going to choose this big loop. Let me take a different color. Okay, I think I wanted to take like a green color or something, so that's clearly visible. Okay, which is that loop? Big loop. Okay, let me erase loop 1 temporarily. You know what is loop 1? We are dealing with which loop? That big loop. We know this is what? Loop 2. Now, I'm moving from 20 plus 20 volts. It's actually, you don't need to write the V. I'm writing it down just for you, because you understand the thing. Finally, when we are condensing this equation, this is also V, right? You don't have to write the V. And then what have you done? You have moved from 20 to 5. 5, I2 in the direction of current, right? In the direction of current. So it's negative. Minus 5 ohms I2. And generally, you know what? This also will be in the direction, right? Here I2 will be like this. So you can directly write out this also 2I2. Minus 2I2. and then move along the loop. Don't do that thing. I'm just explaining you a few things so that you move quickly in the exam. Let me draw the loop again. Okay. I'll tell you. Okay, this is 5, and then what have we done? We have moved from positive terminal to negative terminal. Hence, this should be minus 10. You should be quickly able to write the equation. You should not be thinking so much. That's why I'm giving you some hints to do that. Directly add 5 and 2 into 5 and 2 added 7. 7 into minus I2. That's it. And again, you are moving in the direction of current. This time you are moving in the direction of current. So generally, more the potential difference, like terminal voltage or EMF of the battery, what is happening? Current is flowing generally in that direction. You can observe this thing. You can choose. You can take up multiple questions, but that's not always true. You solve the equations, you'll get the answer. If you get it to be negative, it's possible. Okay. Alright, this is going to be how much? Minus 4i, because we are moving in this direction, and then you are moving in the direction of 2 ohms and I2 current. Here it was I current, that's why I wrote it as minus 4i. And that 2i2 is already written. Okay, I just wrote it so that you can quickly write down the equations in here. You should be like this. You should be knowing, it should be 10, etc., etc. So this 10 volt minus 7i2 minus 4i. What am I going to do? I've seen this equation. This is like algebra equation. You have another equation. What you're trying to do over here, you are trying to basically either convert this into I2 or convert this into I1 from KCL. That's why first write down KCL. Okay, let's do a thing. Let's first of all try and eliminate I2 and express it in terms of I1. That's what we are going to do. So 10, no more volts and etc. 10 minus 7. What is the value of I2? I2 was nothing but I plus of I1. Generally, I generally tend to do this because this looks a lot easier to me. Okay. Generally, this looks a lot easier. Minus of 4i equal to 0. If you add them both, you can actually eliminate I, but that is not our objective. Our objective is to I, so go for the thing that you want to deal. Okay, so this is going to give you what? Minus 11i, and you'll be having minus 7i1. Okay, 10 minus, and generally do kind of write down this equation. Minus 7i1 minus 11i. Okay, now there is a equation. I'll write down the equation again. Now just focus on what am I saying. What I'm saying is, you get the final equations, right? This is the final equations. You have an I1, you have an I1 over here. You basically multiply this with how much? Like 7 or minus 7, as you are willing to do. Like you can do this with minus 7, and you can do this with like a 10 plus 10 and add them both. So I1 would be eliminated. That is the second thing that you have to do. But before that, let me tell you, verify things. In your exam, verify things. Now, when am I explaining you, it's looking longer, right? But actually, how many steps have we done? 3 steps. KCL, KVL. That's it. So that is how you have to move on in your exam. And definitely do verify it. Okay. First of all, okay, KCL generally don't have to verify. What you have to verify in KCL, you have to verify whether you're consistently moving. Try to understand the process. We are discussing a process over here. We are consistently moving. We have taken I2 with this, I1 to be this, I2 to be this. Whether this is correct. Okay, you are fix the standards here. I2 is entering the node, I and I1 are leaving the node. Good. Next, you took the small loop. I'll come to the large loop, etc., etc. I'm erasing everything. Okay, you know the I okay, except for I should be just leaving, you know, this thing. It's little, you know, challenging task if you try to do it mentally. I'm not saying it's not possible. The issue is like, you know, things can go wrong. Okay, we have maintained consistency. I2, I2, I1, I1, I. This is for your exam. Try to maintain the consistency. The next, we have this loop. Okay, I moved from positive to this part, so we are moving in the direction of current, and in this case I is going to be in this direction, so we are moving opposite to, opposite to that of direction of current. So what are we having? 10 minus 10 I1. Are we getting this? Yes, that's correct. 10 minus 10 I1 plus of 4I, because we are moving opposite direction. That's it. Okay, next. You done this? Quickly verify, because even you can be an expert in, you know, solving such questions. You can be an expert in solving such questions. Maybe then the mistake does not happen. But no one is spending so much time around the same question again and again. So you have to generally verify this thing. Okay. So now the next loop I've told you is going to be this. So verify the first equation that you wrote is correct. Not even this. That should be. How do you verify? I've told you. Okay. How do you verify that thing? You are going to be doing this. 20 minus, you are moving from negative to positive, from positive to negative. So 20 minus 10, 10. Okay, good. And then it's 5 and 2. Generally, you add them up. I told you this thing, because I2 is flowing in this direction. I2 is going to come out of the node. I2, I have already entered the node. Somewhere I2 has to come out of the node. Okay, 5 plus 2, 7 I2. Yeah, that is correct. In the direction of the current, you are moving this loop. Yes, that is also correct. Okay, now what is the leftover thing? We have something known as I. In this case, I, you are moving in the direction of current again, minus 4I. Good, everything is fine. Everything is fine. And this looks tempting to cancel out 4I, but I is the thing ultimately you have to solve for, so don't do it. Okay, now next thing is, I told you substitute from the KVL. All you need to remember is I2 is what? I2 is basically the greater of the two currents, so you'll be adding them. So it's basically I plus of I1 is equal to I2. So have we substituted it? Yeah, you don't. Once you can have a look at it. Just write it down step by step, even in your paper, in your exam, so that you are able to do this sanity check. You are able to do this check. You should be doing this check when it comes to this kind of question. Actually, it's only 3 lines that we have written until now. I'm just teaching you the process. 3 steps, sanity check. Up until now, you must have only spent, if you're doing it according to, once try it out after this session, you'll be spending only like around 1 minute and odd. That's it. The rest is that math game that will also take half a minute. So 1.5 to 2 minutes you can solve this question. Okay, you'll get the right answer only if all the equations are correct. That's a big issue with this problem, but it's an easy problem. That is 10. If you have the process, it's an easy problem. 10 minus 7I plus I1 minus 4I1. So all negatives should be appearing. 10 minus 7I1 minus 11I. Now the next thing would be, don't think too much. Let me come to this point. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to say. We add equation 1. Let me denote this as equation 1. Okay, equation 1. I'm going to write down this equation. Basically 10 minus of 10. Okay, let me indicate this thing for you quickly. This was I2. This was I1, and I is the unknown. Okay, you can take it as X if you're more comfortable. What would we have? We would have something like 10 minus 10 I1 plus 4I. Okay, then we have equation 2. Writing down step by step. Equation 2, 10 minus of 7 I1 minus of 11, 7 plus 4, 11 I. Okay, that's it. So now if I have to eliminate something, just take this small step whenever you see such things. Okay, this is like however you do it, it's fine, but don't try to in the exam, don't try to calculate how to come to that solution. I don't have to spend the time. Is there a common LCM, etc.? Don't think about it. Straight away do this. multiply this with, let me just verify this thing whether it is, yes, it's going to, anyway, so straight away multiply this with something like 7 and with minus 7. You need to cancel out which thing. Why am I multiplying with minus 7? Because I know here there is a minus 7. If I multiply with minus 7, it will get cancelled out. Minus 7 and add them both. Okay. And this with 10. And add both of these equations. Right? Add both of these equations. Straight away, whenever I'm adding it, I know this is minus plus 70. And this is going to be minus 70. This would be cancelled out. I don't have to even worry about it. What would be left over? Let's do the math. It's like a simple math. That's it. Everyone knows the solution. It's going to be what? This is like, minus 70 plus 100. Anyway, I'll write it down. Plus 100 minus 70 minus of, on the both sides, if you observe, there is only minus. This is going to give you how much? Minus 110. 11 into 10, easy. And then you have minus 7 into 4, basically 7 into 4 into a minus 28i. Have you noticed that if you follow this process, try out with this process, it will literally take you only few minutes. Trust me, I'm just explaining it longer so that you understand the method. No other reason. Else I would be solving it within I know the process, right? So I'd be solving it for no other reason. Okay, so this is going to be 100 minus 70, it's 30. Just keep the things I'm speaking, you need to remember those things. 110 plus 28, 138. Answer should be I is equal to how much? 30 divided by 138. That's it. How much this should be? You can do the math, but according to me, you know what? Let's find some shortcut. It should be near about, I take this to be like 140. Okay, approximation. We like to play with approximation. How much is the current we need to find out? This is the exact value. But in an exam, it's going to be in decimals and we don't have access to calculator. As usual, we need to do the things that we have been doing earlier. What is the thing that we have been doing earlier? Approximate some value and understand it's near about which value. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, there is 30. I'm going to either, turning this into a 40 is a huge deal. Instead, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to say that this is approximately like, on the denominator, I've increased it. It's basically, I'm saying it's 150. It's not equal, but approximately. That's it. Okay. So I have 1 by 5. My answer should be near about 0.2. But I increased the denominator, so my answer should be little greater than 0.2. So think about it. You can take a range as well if you're not thinking about it this way. If you don't like to think about it this way, you are more comfortable finding the range, then do a thing. You can take it to be, okay, this should, your final answer should be greater than this. I should be greater than 0.2. You understood that point? And I reduced the denominator. Now your I should lie between that. How much is this? This is 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is how much? 0.25. So your answer I should be again, I'm coming to this point. You don't want to go through the entire process, right? This is how you have to do. Okay, entire process of calculating up to decimal, it will consume so much time. Okay, in this case, actually, when it's doable by 3, I guess. So a little easier in this case. I've just noticed it, but I generally don't do that, Even answers that are having so much kind of gap between them. So this is how much it should be less than, because you have reduced the denominator. You increase the denominator, hence you are saying I is less than greater than 0.2, and here you have decreased the denominator, hence your I should be lying between 0.25 and it should be greater than 0.2. There you go. This is how we used to do it even earlier. I told you this is the shortcut. These are like shortcuts for your exam. Finally, I don't know what you're getting even in the denominator. I didn't do the math yet. Literally, I didn't do the math, right? But if your answer is given as 0.2 and 0.2 to point, generally that kind of things don't happen. Very rarely that things happen. Okay, let's even try and solve this thing. This is what 4. We are 18. 6. Still, it's very complicated. It's like 5 by 23. Very tough to predict. Okay, you can take this to be 25 approximately. That is what we have done, rather than doing all the calculations. So it will be like 1 by 5.2 again. But that was easier, right? What we did this range quick. So if you have noticed the thing, students, what all have we done? I'll quickly recap this. Pause. Very important. Literally a very important thing. Definitely you'll see questions. Whenever questions are given like this, assume that from positive the current is entering the from the greater of the EMFs, current is entering the node. This is what I do. That way I can eliminate the options. Sometimes there will be options that I can quickly eliminate. Next, you know what next is? Write down, give some current names like what I have been given over here. That is for eliminating. Next, give some current names, and we are given some current name I1, I and I2. Remember, you need to somehow get the I. Write down first of all KCL. That's what we did. I2 is equal to I1 plus I, conservation of charges. Then 2 loops we have to choose. What did I say? Choose this smaller of the loops, because here you have I and I1, and then choose the bigger of the loops because you want to again get I. Not have I and I2 in the, you don't want to have I2 and I1 in the equation. You want to have I and I2 or I and I1. Ultimately substitute the value of I. That's it. That's what we did. Then the next one was the larger of the loops. We took the larger loop, the whole loop, and we got this equation. Actually, this equation. Quickly try to get to the answer. That was the next thing that I told you. Hi Gani, hi Gani, and hi Gani, hi. Okay, and then what did I say? You see I2, don't get this kind of equations you'll always see. Don't get tempted. I'm just saying for students who generally get tempted to eliminate the thing and then they'll struggle. Don't struggle. That's the entire point. I've given you the steps so that you are able to solve it quickly. Then once you arrive to this equation, try to convert this I2 to I1. It's easy. I2 is I1 plus I. Or try to convert I1 to I2. I did I2 to I1 because I would not be missing out the signs. No other reason, actually. And then once you have it in I1 and you have this in I, this is what a function of I1 and I. And similarly, this is what a function, like, this is an equation in the form of I1, right? What did I say? Don't worry about anything. Just directly find those things that you need to multiply with so that you're getting the answer. Don't think about, just like your before classes algebra. Don't think about Merry Christmas, Gani. Merry Christmas, everyone. Yes, Merry Christmas. Don't think about a lot of things. Directly do a thing. That is, if you see plus 7 over here, just multiply this with, plus 7. And if you see minus over here, if both are same, right? One you have to change. One sign you have to change. Accordingly, just choose the values so that you add them both and you are able to eliminate it. This way you won't be making any mistakes, no other reason. So here I see minus 7 and I see 10, minus 10 over here. I multiplied this with 10 and this with minus 7. If any reason, if you're asking me why did I multiply this with 10 and this with minus 7, because I like keeping the numbers positive, no other reason. This would be 100, that would be minus 70. And here if I have negative, I can find out. Even if you have positive, what did I say? If you get negative answer for I, you should be reversing the direction. Right? Remember all of these things. And try it out yourself to get to this answer. And the range thing. This is a typical thing that we discuss all the time. Okay, forget this cancelling, finding out the easy answer, etc. etc. The range thing is what you need to remember. If at all range is not a thing that you can go for, then you can do rest of it. That's it. This is standard for everything. This is the standard process. I'll repeat it again. KCL, junction law. Next. Don't you have holiday today, sir? No, Gani, we are teaching today. Definitely, we are present for your exams. So keep learning, keep sharing the video, and keep enjoying those. Holidays are, at least we can take the holidays. You should not be taking holidays as JEE aspirants. You should be focusing, because holidays are the best bonus for you. For us, holidays are just holidays, but for you, it's bonus because you're preparing for JEE, right? Alright, first KCL, junction law. Second, KVL. KVL, how would you choose? You choose so that you always have the unknown. In this case, unknown was I. Try to choose those two loops. One is this loop, one is the big loop. so that you have I. Then eliminate one of the I1 or I2. End of the story. Basically 4 steps. Try it out again. Same question, just try it out. There will be multiple JEE advanced questions also on the same thing. There will be even previous year IIT JEE Mains question. Try them out and try to get the answer. Follow the process and try to get the answer. Alright students, I believe this was easy. You are welcome, Gani. Okay. Let's do a thing. Let's also solve this question because I don't want to take up this question again. It's a simple question. Let's try and solve this. I'll give you a hint even around this. Okay. Just remember the way. So you have 4 conducting materials: copper, tungsten, mercury, aluminium, with resistivity rho C, rho T, rho M, rho A respectively. Then which of the following equations is given correct? See, do remember one thing. Rho C is always going to be the least of the given things. Why? Copper is a good conductor of electricity. Hence, copper is going to have least resistivity. And then comes which metal? Aluminium. First is copper, next is aluminium. Always, 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 always. Okay, one more hint I will give you even before jumping to tungsten. Okay, next is going to be tungsten, but before that let me tell you mercury. Mercury is going to have high resistance. And then in between would be tungsten. Tungsten is a rare earth metal, right? That's it. You need to remember. First of all, copper, best conductor of electricity. That means least resistivity, least resistance. It's a material property. And then comes aluminium, of course, good metal. And then comes rare earth metal, which is going to be tungsten. Actually, you can think it about it the other way if you want to remember it. Then actually, mercury is a bad conductor of electricity. Going to have max rho. So the answer in this should be mercury rho. Okay, one of the ways is, if you don't know the answer, think about the 2 materials which has the highest resistivity and the least resistivity. Least resistivity copper, but there are 3 options, and among them highest resistivity mercury, only one option. Answer should be A. This for solving in your exam without any confusion. That's it. So these are some techniques. Try implementing them. I think we have finished September papers. Okay, September JEE Mains 2020 September papers. We are left with January papers of JEE Mains 2020. We'll be discussing them. They are pretty easy. They're damn easy, guys. They're like easy. Just trust me and move along. Resistivity inversely proportional to conductivity. Yes, correct. And this can be given as conductivity in this coming exam. If it's conductivity, what you're going to do, students? If it's conductivity, you need to reverse it out. Right? Just remember this thing. That's it. Why mercury is having more resistivity? Because it does not have so many free electrons. Basically, copper has so many free electrons, right? It will come from your from that periodic table. If you remember, you can understand that thing. Copper, you can remember this way, right? In your homes and all, you'll be using copper. If you want to remember it, the way you can remember is, why do you use copper at your homes? The reason is copper is a very good conductor of electricity. That means it should be having lesser resistivity, more conductivity. Okay, why mercury has less resistivity, more resistivity? Because it does not have so many free electrons, right? And they keep colliding all the time. Okay, that metals can have lesser resistivity and they keep colliding all the time. All right, students. In this case, it's mercury electrons are also going to be colliding. So we have many more interesting problems. Actually, very interesting problems. I'll come to that part. So we'll be solving many more interesting problems in the upcoming PYQs. Many interesting, easy concept. In fact, your 2020 JEE Mains PYQs, if we solve them, and if you do 2019 and 2020 PYQs around current electricity, what will happen? We would be doing like a revision around your current electricity in such a short. Generally, it will take 2 months to cover current electricity, but we can do that revision in less than a month, just in 1 hour sessions. Sometimes I know the sessions are extending a little bit, but we can do a complete revision. So yes, students, we'll be having many more problems. We have completed this September slot paper. We are yet to get started with January slot paper. They are very easy again. We'll do that from Tuesday. So stay tuned until then and start practicing. You have this time, make use of this time. And this Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. what are we going to have? We are going to have a problem session on vectors. This is going to be like just an exclusive problem session, and I've intentionally mentioned this as part 7 because it's anyway going to be just a problem session. Yes, Tangudu, yes, yeah, Niharika, yeah, please tell me. Yeah, what have you asked? I didn't get your question, Niharika. So yes, students, this Sunday we are going to have a problem session on vectors. If you don't, if you are not very confident, if you are 2021 aspirant, if you are not confident about vectors for your physics, you can attempt these 6 parts. Okay, they are like 6 small parts on your Unacademy learning app, all available for free of cost. You can attend them to perfect your vectors. And 2022 aspirants, just do attend vectors. Okay, this part 7 is for a problem session. Everyone can attend this problem session because it's going to be amazing. 15 most important topics from physics, right? 15, if I say 15, it's almost everything, right? If you ask me in chapters for your JEE mains, 15 most important topics, or you mean like chapters? I would say 15 most important things. Okay, students, good question from Niharika. So order wise, I list them: current and electricity, magnetism, electrostatics. And then I would say rotational is very important, but think about it twice and thrice before jumping into rotational. One of the most important things is units, dimensions, and measurements. Let me come this way: units, dimensions, and measurements. Why? You'll be able to also solve questions, other questions in the exam using units, dimensions, and measurements. So units, dimensions, and measurements, where dimensional consistency is the way to seek and solve the problems, right? Then comes current and electricity. Easy, you don't have to have basics of other chapters. That's why I'm listing it, and also the topic with the most questions in your exam. And then comes magnetism. If you understand like current and electricity and electrostatics, you can get into magnetism. And then comes your electrostatics. Okay, why have I said this like 4 topics? I've just up until now listed 4 chapters. From this 4 chapters you can expect 7 to 8 questions. Then comes modern physics. Even though rotational is very important in your mechanics part, I'm not listing it because for 2021 aspirants it's going to take a lot of time. For 2022 aspirants, you can get started with rotation. So then comes modern physics, semiconductors, AC. For your JEE mains, I'm speaking about JEE mains, not about your JEE Advanced. Like communication system, short chapters, 2 to 3 questions. There you go, 11, 12 questions you have for your exams. Near about 12 questions you'll just get from these topics. And then comes, we have only spoke about 5 chapters up until now. Yeah, of course. Niharika, try and attend the strategy session that I have conducted on JEE English YouTube channel. There is also a strategy session for you guys on Unacademy Learning app. You can check out any one of the strategy sessions. And then I would say modern physics, then optics, because independent of rest of the topics, you almost covered 14-15 questions up until now. If you even do wave optics along with that, that's again like 14 to 15 questions, around 14 to 15 questions. So sometimes students are wondering, like 50% of the paper can be from mechanics. That's not a usual trend. That was last year's trend. But yeah, if you are expecting 50% from mechanics, there's also thermodynamics that you can cover. So almost 15-20 questions you would have done by just doing second year topics and thermodynamics. 15 to 20 questions. Mechanics is going to be the rest. And mechanics, I would say, if at all you're comfortable with rotation, you're revising it, do it. Else, never ever touch NLM. NLM is not at all worth it. Never in your exam they ask. It's not very practical subject and no one asks about NLM. You can jump into maybe like kinematics 1D, 2D, easy. You'll definitely get a question. You solve it, done. And then there is this 1D, 2D projectile. And then you can do work, power, energy. Again, easy, less time consuming, done. Then gravitation. You do this chapters, this order wise, you're done. First, I would say units, dimensions, and measurement. Next, I would say current and electricity. Next, I would say magnetism. Next, I would say electrostatics or optics. Anything would be fine. But electrostatics, if you have done already these two, do electrostatics. Electrostatics can be more time consuming. Try and attend the PYQ sessions that I have conducted or the upcoming PYQ session this Sunday, so that you can solve problems around electrostatics, 2 to 3 questions again. Electrostatics is also very easy. Gauss law, I would say, from electrostatics is very important. And what else? Gauss law, sphere-based questions, generally sphere-based field questions, etc. Kinetic energy-based questions. Mostly, most of the questions would be around Gauss law. Last year, I don't remember the PYQs, so I'll come back to that thing again among the topics also which are. Okay, so units, dimensions and measurements, current, electricity, magnetism, electrostatics. Then I would go for optics if I was you, and then I would go for modern physics or optics and modern physics anyway, and then I would go for thermodynamics. So almost 15-20 questions. Almost I've crossed the 98 percentile border, and then few questions in mechanics. I'm getting into the 99%. Really simple. One, I would go with 1D, 2D, 3D, and like 1D, 2D, and then I would go for then gravitation, and then I would go for like mechanics. Then I would go for gravitation, and definitely NLM would be the last. Then I would go for rotation. There's no other way. Okay, rotation has good weightage. Good weightage. Good weightage. Chapters which give you compulsory marks. There is no time. Okay, chapters which give you compulsory marks. Which are those? Current and electricity, units, dimensions and measurements, magnetism, and then electrostatics, optics. Definitely this 5 chapters. There is modern physics. The 6 chapters, if you complete them, you can both crack JEE Mains and JEE Advanced paper. Definitely compulsory marks. Okay. You should have rather asked me which are the chapters that I should not be going at the moment. It would be like NLM, work power energy, these kind of chapters. They are not asked. Generally, they are not asked in your JEE. They're asked also. They will be like, while some years there will be questions, some years there wouldn't be question. One question would be asked. NLM would take so much time, and you not get even sometimes. And thermodynamics. Okay, the small topics: modern physics, thermodynamics, current and electricity, magnetism. Optics, definitely questions. Definitely questions. Mechanics, little skeptical, right? So that's why I say you go for gravitation, then come to 1D, 2D, and then go for rest of the leftovers. And rotational is also definitely something that definitely asked, but it can consume time. You're welcome. And 2021 aspirants, do stay confident. Confidence is the most important thing. Okay. Do stay confident, and remember that start working hard, students. Like, what do I mean by start working hard? There are these holidays. Don't waste these holidays. Holidays now is like those bonus days for you, so that you can work really well. Hi Gani, hi. Okay, Gani wasn't there. Yeah, they are like Niharika. Yeah, compulsory topics. Don't spend your time a lot on mechanics. Okay, 2021 aspirants, this is a suggestion for you. Don't squander your time on mechanics. Mechanics, whatever you have done until now, that is fine. Trying to maintain perfection in mechanics is, it's not a difficult task, I would say, but it's a hell lot of a task. Trust me. Like, I've done this thing during my JEE Mains Advanced preparation. Like, you go after mechanics, you'll see so many different kind of model problems. You understood the basics, just come out of it. Where you need to maintain completeness is like current, electricity, electrostatics, magnetism. Even magnetism, sometimes don't do that thing. You'll find 100 types of model problems. Only go after those specific kind, rod moving, flux based problems. There are few typical problems that you need to understand and solve. So optics is also one such thing. Okay, the small topics definitely will get questions. And similarly, current and electricity. Okay. Yes, it is compulsory. Compulsory means very important. Move according to the order. Current and electricity, 2 to 3 questions. Magnetism, 2 to 3 questions. Attend the strategy sessions, students. Try and complete the strategy sessions. Electrostatics, 2 questions. And then optics, 2 to 3 questions. Every year. Units, dimensions, definitely 1 or 2 questions. Easy chapter, four to 5 lectures is what you need. That's it. Okay, and of course thermodynamics. Okay, almost everything is important, but these are like the order. You can do it, students. Think about all the 4 attempts. You can do it. Okay, move accordingly. Okay, again this Monday we are going to discuss PYQs on electrostatics. Don't miss it out from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. You can enroll today. Magnetism and matter, electrostatics, optics, modern physics. I'll prepare this topic. Yeah, first focus on them, and then yeah, good Niharika. First focus on these topics. Very good, and then you can get into mechanics. Thermo, add thermo to the last. Also add thermo to it. Annulum means what's I don't know. Annulum. ANA. I don't know. Gani. I can speak Telugu, but this is new. Advanced. Why Unacademy prepares for only JEE Mains and never advanced? Even no Unacademy JEE. See, now when we are preparing you for advanced as well, right? On JEE English, you are getting advanced level questions as well. Now we are doing it for mains because the mains is approaching. But anyway, as a 2022 aspirant students, you are getting access to both advanced kind of questions and mains as well. First of all, you need to prepare for mains to get into advanced. That's very simple reason why we are doing it, and that is one of the reasons. And Analum. I don't know, Gani. Okay. And students, yes, you can attend this, Niharika, everyone, you can attend this 4 to 5, there is 4 to 5 sessions. Try and complete it tomorrow itself. Just 4 to 5 sessions. Your units, dimensions and measurements would be complete. Do this first. Do this, attend the PYQ sessions. Trust me, you would not have, you would not struggle a lot during your exam. Okay, PYQ sessions are just to give you those techniques, short techniques which you can use, tricks to solve an exam. So units based problems would be there, dimension analysis problems could be there, error analysis problem could be there, least count problem could be there, dimensional consistency could be a thing in your paper. So you have this topic just completed. It's all available for free of cost on your Unacademy Learning app. Just go and attend them today itself. I mean, like tomorrow, if today it's late, to complete it. Effectively, you will see question every year. There wouldn't be even a single paper without it. Easy topic. Go for easy. Okay, yeah, of course. Complete them. It's all available as recorded sessions on your Unacademy Learning app. And that being said, students, yes, if you are not yet on our Telegram channel, just do get onto our Telegram channel. Yeah, good. Just type in and then just click on this link. This link is available in the description box. Just click on that link and you'll get onto a Telegram channel. That's all you need to do. Or else you can just type in JEE_English and you'll be able to find us. Yeah, download Telegram app. If you don't have that, download it. If you have it, just click on this link. If not, just type in JEE_English. And what would you get? Before time updates on every class conducted by our JEE English team. Be it on Unacademy Learning app or Unacademy JEE English channel. And that being said, students, yes, Unacademy Learning app is something that you want to have. I keep conducting free of cost A to Z sessions on your Unacademy Learning app. A to Z sessions for free of cost on your Unacademy Learning app. If you don't have this Unacademy Learning app, just do download it from Google Play Store and App Store. Type in Unacademy and the first search result is going to be Unacademy Learning app. And then click on this install button. And guys, follow me so that you can get live updates on the classes conducted by me. And it's all free of cost classes. So do follow me and also follow other favorite educators. And students, that being said, yes, you can also attend free of cost quizzes, many more things, Unacademy Combat, etc. on Unacademy Learning app. And the most competitive gamified IIT JEE battle ever is going to happen on 3rd of January, right? On 3rd of January. So enroll today with Murli Live code. Yes, students, if you are participating in it, there are chances that you can win Amazon vouchers. We are going to distribute hundreds of Amazon vouchers, MacBook Air, Apple iPod, Apple EarPods, etc. The most competitive gamified IIT JEE battle ever. And we are going to conduct sessions for 11th, 12th and 13th. If any pricing you see, just apply Murli Live code to see if you get some discount, etc. And you can make use of Murli Live code to unlock many features on Unacademy Learning app. And students, if you are looking for a complete package for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation, it's going to be an Unacademy subscription. And what do we have? We have daily live interactive classes with the best educators on a very interesting, that's going to be a very interesting platform with live polls and leaderboards. Yes, we have all the best educators across the nation on an Unacademy platform. And not only that, you'll get access to best kind of tests, series. These are set by like best educators, and moreover you'll get access to analysis with rankings, etc., and you can improvise upon your mistakes and also understand your current standing and how do you improve upon it. And every program on Unacademy subscription is going to be a structured program, so you will be getting access to not only Unacademy subscription classes, doubt clearing classes, but it's going to be in a very structured manner. You don't have to worry about the planning. In fact, every fourth class is going to be a dedicated live doubt clearing session, so that way you will be able to maintain completeness and you will be able to complete everything as you require there and then. And also, Unacademy subscription program comes with lots of quizzes and mega quizzes. So how do you avail Unacademy subscription? All you need to do is download an Unacademy learning app, or you can do that from web. You need to log in, then click on left hand top corner extension bar, choose plus, choose IIT JEE as your goal, and then you'll hit on this get subscription button. And students, it's one subscription, unlimited access. So 2021 aspirants, if you're planning to purchase an Unacademy subscription, plan it smartly. Which are those topics, how many hours you're going to do it, dedicatedly allot the time and do it, because you'll be getting access to unlimited number of programs, which is a great thing, no batch restrictions, etc. But at the same time, try and choose things very smartly and move accordingly. Don't fluctuate here and there, don't waste your time here and there. Very important thing. Even 2022, 2021, everyone like 2021 aspirants especially, at least 22 aspirants have the time. And students, you are in who are about to get in 11th class, right, who are about to get in 11th class or who are already in 9th class, we recommend that you go for a 24-month program. So it's a 2-year long journey. All it is going to cost you is 2,100 per month, that is less than 70 rupees a day. And students, make sure you apply Murli Live code so that you get to this price point. If you don't see this pricing, just apply Murli Live code, because you're going to get maximum discount on your subscription purchase. Not only that, students, you can split your payments conveniently into multiple parts using our pay in parts option. We also have something known as no cost EMI on our Unacademy learning app. So these are two typical payment options that I recommend to students who don't want to go through the hassle of paying all the fee at once. So you can check out pay in parts and EMI. We also have other payment options like debit card, credit card, UPI, etc. on Unacademy learning app. And students who are 2021 aspirants who are about to attend the exam in the coming months, you can go for a 6-month program. 6-month program is for students who are preparing for the examination now. For 2021 aspirants, you may want to go for 6 months program. It's all it is going to cost you is 25,000. Right? Make sure you're applying Murli Live coupon. If you're not seeing this code, if you're not seeing this, this pricing, you want to apply Murli Live code, you'll get anyway the best discount. You can apply Murli Live code and purchase an Unacademy subscription. Right? And students who are in 11th class getting into 12th class, or you're planning to drop, etc., this is a program for you. Yes. And what do we have? We have an amazing set of things that are going to start. And 2021 aspirants, we have dedicated droppers batch, we have micro courses, we have national level test series going on. So check it out. This is the time to purchase an Unacademy subscription. And students, not only that, if you're in 12th class, you may want to go for a 12-month program. If you're going to get into 12th class, you may want to go for a 12-month program, which is going to cost you only less than 2,900 per month if you apply Murli Live code. Now students, one more interesting thing that we have on Unacademy subscription thing. So whatever we have discussed until now is about plus. We also have something known as Iconic subscription. What is this Iconic subscription? On Iconic subscription, you get access to best educators on daily live interactive classes, with live tests and quizzes, structured courses, PDFs, etc. Just like plus. Along with that, you'll be getting personal coaching and personal mentoring from IITians and NITians who have previously gone through this journey and successfully cracked the exam. Yes, students, on Iconic subscription, you would not only get access to the features that we have discussed until now, but also more, something more. That is like personal mentoring, expert guidelines, workshops from IITians and NITians who have previously cracked the exam. So they know what you need to do so that you can successfully crack the exam, go through this journey, personalized sessions. So this is the kind of thing like personal coaching from IITians and NITians. And coming to the pricing part, 6-month subscription is going to only cost you 34,200. And a 12-month subscription is going to cost you 58,500. Of course, 6-month subscription is less than 35,000, and that way 24-month subscription it's going to cost you less than 50,000, guys, 45,000 per year. Okay, make sure you apply Murli Live code while purchasing an Unacademy subscription. If you don't see this pricing, apply Murli Live code, you'll be able to get the best discount on your subscription purchases. And students, now you can take your JEE preparation to the next level with our personal coaching, right? You can take the JEE preparation to the next level with our personal coaching. And yes, we are going to conduct amazing JEE workshop, expert guidelines. You'll be having a study planner, test analysis, etc. with our team. If you wish to take it in English or any other language of your preference, you can do it with JEE English. And what do we have on our team? IITians, NITians, head of coaching institutes. Some of the best team is what we have on our JEE English team, like rank holders, best of the kind knowledge you can get from our team. We have also head of coaching institutes, etc. So a mixed team, one of the best teams. Not only that, now we are going to come up with few courses for your JEE preparation. For class 12, we are launching an Edge batch and an excellence batch for class 11. That is for this coming, JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. So yes, students, it's going to begin on 28th of December, conducted by some of our best educators on Unacademy. And not only that, the Manzil and Rank Booster has already been launched on 24th of December. You can still catch it up. And this is also conducted by some of the best educators team of Unacademy, so you can attend them as well. And students, do not forget to share this video, like this video, subscribe to this video, and click on that bell notification so that you can get timely updates. Yes, you can get timely updates by clicking on the bell notification and subscribe button. Make sure you are subscribing to the video, clicking on the bell notification, sharing and liking this video, because it's a free of cost content, free of cost, full length lectures with lot of techniques, will be very useful for 2021 aspirants, and will also be very useful. This channel itself will be very useful for someone in need, right? We're delivering full length, high quality lectures on JEE English. And of course, students, do share this video. Don't forget to do that. Work smart. The lesson that you must have learned is you should be working smart. This PYQ session is one of the best examples. Work smart, work hard, and Niharika try and attend the units dimensions. Any students who are trying to start now, looking for important chapters, start with units dimensions and measurements. Later on, get into some PYQs. You can move your syllabus accordingly. If you're on subscription, go to the programs accordingly. Still start with the units dimensions and measurement chapter. Look at my PYQ sessions. You'll get access to some amazing techniques, and these are like your hacks for your exams, so that you can solve the problems very quickly. Then plan things accordingly. Plan things, start planning early as possible. Work smart and work hard to achieve your success. Acquire knowledge and share it. Avoid any gossips. Keep smiling, keep smiling. Don't get into any anxiety, don't get into any stress. It does not matter. There are 4 attempts, if not there is another. Don't worry about it. And students, yes, tomorrow again, okay, sorry, not tomorrow, it's on Sunday, we'll be having the vectors class. So make sure you are attending the vectors class on Sunday, and more importantly, we'll be having a PYQ session on Monday. At what time? On Monday, we'll be having a PYQ session on electrostatics. We have a lot of techniques that we are going to discuss. Both are going to happen at 10 a.m. Don't miss it out. Okay, you get offs on New Year's, etc. Take advantage of them. Use them smartly. That is very important. And that being said, one more important thing, whenever you are using Unacademy learning app, make sure you are using Murli Live code to unlock any feature, or even to purchase Unacademy subscription, to enroll in Unacademy Combat, to unlock any feature. Make sure you are using Murli Live code so that you are able to get the best benefits on Unacademy learning app. And this Sunday, don't miss out PYQ sessions 2021 aspirants. Plan things accordingly, move smartly. You will be able to do it. Believe in yourself. That is the most important thing. Believe in yourself. Everything will happen. You need to seek something truly from your heart, and no one can stop you from achieving your success. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Even if the world doesn't believe in you, even if the people around you don't believe in you, believe in yourself. Plan things. Okay, believing, hard work and smart work combined together will get you that success, and it will happen, students. It will definitely happen. Hi. Okay, yeah, definitely. Take care. Stay safe. Bye bye. See you in the next session. Definitely stay home. Stay safe.